Tough times, it sounds like.
Yeah. All right. So the Chumash we're going to do Chumash for Sunday and Monday because I missed yesterday, and it's pretty short. Tes out to meet Savamayim Kulchem Lefnei Hashem Ekechem. You all together are standing today before Hashem your God. Rashechem Shiftechem Ziknechem B'Sheitrechem, your heads of your tribes, your elders and officers, V'Kolesh Yisrael, every man of Israel. You're standing today. His teachers that Moshe assembled them before the Holy One, blessed be He, on the day of his death, in order to bring them into a covenant. Yeah. Okay. So interesting. It says in the bottom, this is the day Moshe is about to pass away. So that's why he's giving them this kind of bonus second covenant to keep them on the straight and narrow. Roshechem Shiftechem, your heads of your tribes. Means Roshechem, not your heads and your tribes, the heads of your tribes. Ziknechem V'Sheitrechem, your elders and your officers. Hachashu Chashu Keidim, the more important one came first, and afterwards, Kol Yisrael, every man of Israel. And then it continues. So the elders, and it goes to Yudal, and then it says the men folk. It says in Yud Tapchem Neshechem Megercha Hashem Meker Machanecha, your small children, your wives, and the proselytes who are within your camp. Mechayti Veitzecha Hashem Mecha, from your wood choppers to your water drawers. Rashi Mechayti Veitzecha, from your wood choppers. This teaches us that there were Canaanim who came to become proselytes during Moshe's lifetime. In the same way as Givonim came in the time of Joshua. That is the meaning of what's also said in regard to the Givonim. They also acted cunningly. Moshe made them wood choppers and water drawers.
Is that true? We had Kanani join us.
Yeah, it says in the bottom, they approached Moshe to make peace, but he did not agree because he didn't think they were qualified into the covenant.
Where are you reading in the bottom? Which note?
Footnote 6.
Okay.
He made peace with them without them accepting the
Torah?
tradition.
They were Jewish, though. No?
No. They must have. No, I'm going to start with a few minutes.
I'm not sure. The point is, it was like some converts that were given menial labor, but it wasn't menial labor. It was menial labor around the temple, I believe. That way they could imbue some of the holiness. Whatever. Yud Aleph. And to enter the covenant of Hashem your God and his oath, that Hashem your God is formed with you today. This is in order for you to pass into a covenant, not to make you enter, but rather to pass. Okay, for you to enter the covenant. This is to enter the covenant by passing through. So covenants are made. They would make a partition on one side, another partition on the other side, and they would pass in between. As it says, the calf they cut into two, they pass between its pieces. I don't know. It's you're saying. I'm making you standing here to enter a covenant that Hashem has formed with you today. Yud Beis Sheni. In order to establish to you today as his people, And you will be he will be to you as your God. As he spoke to you, but like he swore to your forefathers. The Avram, Yisrael, Yaakov, Avram, Yitzchak. Okay, Lamat Yud Beis Rashi. Laman Hakim Eis Chalayim Le'lam, in order to establish you today as his people. Kol Kach Unichras Atzvech Laman Hakim Eis Le'lam Le'lam. He goes to so much effort in order to establish you as his people. Explaining, meaning, why is God making two or more covenants and reiterating it? The 40 days before Moshe passed away, the day of his death. Why are you reiterating the covenants so much? So he says, because he swore to your forefather that you will be the eternal people. There's no going back on God's part. So in other words, because I've kind of obligated myself to you, then and you're needed for the salvation of the world to bring the light of Torah mitzvahs to the world. I need to make kind of multiple, not just contracts, but mechanisms where you're going to keep that role. And in your mind, if you go away from that role, what's going to happen? You're going to be punished. There's going to be consequences that will bring you back to it. Everything is to get the Jews back to their role. That's all he's saying, and he's reiterating that.
Is this considered a new covenant?
In the Uzden edition, the Kahas Uzden edition. Yes, it's a second covenant. I've assembled you specifically to perform a ritual by which you will enter into a second covenant with God in order to make it permanent and to make the oath. It says in here, and if you don't make the second covenant, he's going to continue. He'll say why you won't be able to. He won't be able to keep the promise. You'll always be the chosen people, and I'll explain the next verse. But finishing Rashi, because he spoke and he swore to your forefathers, he's not going to exchange you for other people. You'll always be the chosen people. Therefore, God is binding you with all these oaths that you should not be able to antagonize him, since he can no longer separate from you. He can't ever. Until here, Rashi says, I have explained the verse according to the straightforward meaning. Page 10. Midrash Hagad, and the Midrash explains, why is the parsha of Nitzavim juxtaposed to the curses of the last parsha, right? 98 curses. Then we get to this. They heard 98 curses. This is on top of the Memtes Shabbateris Kaina, besides the 49 curses of Bechukosai. So it's a lot of curses. Oh my gosh, how could we ever survive that? Here's Chumash L'Faisam. That's a so this kind of covenant is also a calming them down. That you don't worry, even if you veer off and there's consequences and you have to, there's suffering, you'll never be destroyed. Proof. Look today. In the desert, you antagonize God many times, yet you're still standing. Wow. So therefore, don't worry. Even if it's a hard deal to be an eternal people, but you always will survive. Hayim, today. Like this very day that exists and becomes dark in the night, so too God gave you light and will continue to give you light in the future. The curse and suffering keep you alive and allow you to stand before him. Similarly, the section above are also words of appeasement. You saw all that he did. Another explanation. In other words, it flips it around. Just like the day, there's dark and night and light. So too, God, the curses are actually what allow you to survive and stand before God. And the section above are also words of appeasement. You saw all that he did. Another explanation. In the end of last week's parsha is also words of appeasement at the end. Like, I know it sounds harsh, this pullback mechanism to always keep you on course, but it'll keep you alive and eternal. And yeah, another explanation is you have stood since the Jews were passed from one leader to the next. Moshe to Joshua, Moshe therefore made a ceremony handover for them in order to inspire them. So Joshua did too, and he passed away. He passed over his authority. So did Shmuel, stand in the altar with you. Left his authority and entered the authority of Shaul, the King Saul. With those who are standing here with us today for Hashem our God, and with those who are not here with us today, with those who are not here, those even with future generations.
So Moshe is acknowledging.
I skipped Gimel. Not with you alone. I'm not. It's only with you people here that I'm making this covenant, this elazation, administering this oath. Rather, those who are standing with us here today, for Hashem our God, and also those who are not here.
So Moshe acknowledges us. He's saying that we were there.
Yeah, no. He's saying the opposite. That I'm doing it both with those guys then and those that are not there presently, but will be there in the future.
So that's me.
That's you. I'm saying
the covenant is automatically with me.
It's not saying you're there though. It's saying he's making the oath for you that's not there. As he's saying, even those that are not there.
Us.
Understand? Both. Those that are there.
Oh, right. I'm not there, but I'm there. But I'm already committed, even though I'm there.
Even if you're not there, you're still part of this deal. Exactly.